Blackstone Audiobooks presents Anti-Americanism by Jean-François Revel. Dedication to Olivier Orban, instigator, in gratitude and friendship. Introduction. In 2000, my friend and publisher Olivier Orban suggested that I embark on a sequel to a book, Without Marx or Jesus, that I wrote 30 years ago. His idea was that, like its predecessor, it should deal substantially with the United States, with attitudes towards the United States, and with how those attitudes have evolved since 1970. At the time, the idea didn't seem too foolhardy. Mainly between 1970 and 1990, and after that rather less, I had traveled frequently in the United States, sometimes making quite a lengthy stay. From inside the country as well as outside, I had been an attentive watcher of the United States' ever-expanding role in world affairs after the disappearance of the Soviet Union and during the gradual erosion of Chinese communism, and I had remained fairly au courant with the literature and reportage on developments within the United States and the huge geopolitical changes that followed her accession to the rank of sole global superpower. Yet I soon came to question my initial reaction and reined in my enthusiasm for a task that Olivier's optimism had lured me into. As my new book progressed, or rather barely progressed, the undertaking loomed ever more difficult and complex. It became harder and harder to cut a path through the thorns and brambles of dialectic, in Taine's phrase, that is, to clear a way through the thickets that stand between observation and synthesis. Before explaining why this was so, I must ask for the reader's patience while I describe the circumstances that impelled me in 1970 to write Without Marx or Jesus. It is a book you could describe, for want of a better word, as accidental. In 1969, Time magazine got the idea of bringing out a French edition. There was one problem with this plan: how to develop a French equivalent of the terse, concise, almost telegraphic writing style of Time, with its characteristic short phrases and complete absence of waffle and padding. Ever since the weekly's founding in the 1920s, this style has been emulated by journalists everywhere. Uniting brevity and clarity, it is far easier to do in English than in...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?